Hi, this is the exhibition assessment for Amy Cristofaro. The technology I chose to use was PowerPoint. There are many teacher uses of PowerPoint in the classroom. I use it to introduce vocabulary like our spelling words. I like to put a picture and the definition so that they can see an example of how the word is used as well. It could be used for vocabulary in math, science, and social studies as well. I like to use it to display directions, especially when we're working on a multi-step activity. This way they could see all the steps and directions. I also like to use it to display jobs during a group activity. That way students understand what their role is and what they should be doing. Another way that PowerPoint can be used is to make a Jeopardy game for reviewing in math, science, social studies. Some of the student uses of PowerPoint can be for book projects. I like to let them create their own slides to show the characters, the setting, the problem, the solution, and even to give their opinion of the story. And also make a PowerPoint if they want to show research that they've done for a science topic or a social studies. So the big focus for this project, our final project, was how STEM can be used for behavior, technology, incorporated with Common Core. So I chose to showcase what I found for using technology to impact learning on STEM. So one way that we can use technology to get kids excited about science, technology, engineering, and mathematics is to show them video clips. The one I found was on Discovery Education. It was called STEM Careers for Students, Volume 1. This was a 30-minute or 32-minute long video. I think it would be a great video for me to show at the beginning of the year because it shows kids different careers and opportunities in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Jobs and careers that even I wouldn't have thought of if I had been asked to list a bunch of different possible careers. So this video was organized into several clips that were 3 to 4 minutes long, and each clip discussed a different career. Some of those careers mentioned were naturalist, robotics technicians, biomechanical engineers, seismologists, geneticists, technical writers, electrical engineers, and cartographers. The clip included a lot of interesting information about each. For example, the naturalists, they mentioned famous naturalists. The one I think that the kids will identify most with was Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter, and how he really brought science to the forefront for kids. Robotics technicians, the video discussed how these are people who not only make robots but make sure they're working correctly so that robots can perform jobs such as stacking boxes, painting, and building cars. Robots are used to do jobs where people aren't necessarily as efficient as robots might be. Biomechanical engineers, these are people who study the human body and its movements and then design different equipment like fitness equipment for people. A seismologist, this is someone who studies earthquakes. They try to determine the causes of earthquakes. They even try to predict them. They even use mathematics and try to determine the strength of earthquakes. They also mentioned geneticists. When I think of a geneticist, I think of the people who study human bodies and DNA and how we might be susceptible to certain diseases through our genes. But they talk about how geneticists also study the genetics of plants and how some plants are able to grow better in some environments than others. They also mentioned technical writers. This to me is one of the most important jobs mentioned in the video clip because these are the people who take all that difficult terminology from the engineers and turn it into the easy to read instruction manuals that we have for our cars and any other electronics. So this job, the technical writer, goes hand in hand with the next job, which is the electrical engineer. And this is anyone who designs, fixes electronic products like our air conditioners or anything that we use that uses electricity. And the final one mentioned in this video was the cartographer, the people that use GPS and computers to design the maps that we use every day. So I think this video would be an eye-opening thing for students to see all the different jobs and careers they could have using science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So Discovery Education, YouTube, PBS.org, these are just some of the many resources out there for finding video clips, interactive websites that we could use to help us introduce, teach, and review any kind of science, technology, engineering, or mathematics concepts. And that is the end.